How is it going out there, everybody? This is Jordan Jones. Welcome to the comprehensive full single segment guide in Super KO Boxing 2 for speedrunning. In this video, it'll be all fights in one video, of course, which will be all the circuit mode fights, and it will include these guys here, the exhibition matches. Yes, it surely will, and I will teach you how to speedrun those guys. This is for beginners who are interested in speedrunning this game, and also more advanced players who want to learn some of the newer techniques. So, it's done in real time without loads, so you have to play through circuit mode. All three circuits have to be in order. This is from minor, major to world circuits. And you have to start the timer when you select the first circuit, so... And then if you're doing without exhibitions, timer ends whenever KO, TKO, or Lightning KO appears on Executioner. But if you're doing it with exhibitions, it'll appear whenever the TKO or KO or win by decision appears on CM0083. That is the way you would end your timer for that category. And this will talk about both those categories. First, we're going to talk about speedrunning these fights all the way from Big Gip to CM0083. Let's start with Big Gip. Before I talk about the speedrunning strats, I want to talk about the basic moves of the game, because you need the basic moves of the game to beat any fighter, really. And then we'll hit the speedrunning stuff pretty soon. Don't worry. Okay, so in order to start off, you have a couple ways you can play the game. If you go to the options here, and you go to controls, I play with the touchpad, but you can also play with the touch regions. You can also play with the touchpad with tilt, and you can also play with the touch regions with tilt, but I don't recommend these two where you tilt your device. This game's not meant to be played with motion controls. I don't recommend those two. I recommend either the touch regions if you want to use it, or the touchpad if you want to use it. I'm going to show the controls with touchpad first. So the controls with touchpad are simple. That's where you touch the buttons. So here's how it goes. You just press this button right here to dodge to the right, and you press this button to dodge to the left. You press this button to block. You touch yourself to taunt. Excuse me, and then to punch in the face, you press this button. To punch in the stomach, you press this button. If you dodge and then immediately punch, you can do a hook punch, which is an additional left or right punch. So combo will end sometimes like that. And then if you have a super meter, you can press this button to throw a super punch. And if you have 3 super punches and then you charge it up a bit, like this, boom! That's your ultimate punch. That's the way it goes. That's all the controls with the, that's pretty much the basic controls with the touchpad. Now I'll show the touch regions controls. I'm going to do the touchpad when I do the whole tutorial. So the touch regions, I don't really like using the touch regions too much. I just prefer the touchpad, to be honest. But I do want to show this too, just in case some people might prefer it. The controls are a little different this time. So how they are is you touch the right side of the screen to dodge to the right, left side to dodge to the left. You touch this button to block. You touch KO Kid to taunt. And to punch in the stomach, you press the opponent's stomach. And to punch in the face, you touch the opponent's face. That's all you do. Very simple. And if you dodge and then immediately punch, like if you dodge to left or right and then immediately tap the face, you'll do a hook punch. And then if you press the super button, you can do a super punch. But once again, if you have 3 supers and you charge it up a bit, like this, boom! There's your ultimate punch. And when the opponent is down, what you gotta do is, you gotta do this. You gotta do that. You can regain health by when the numbers connect, tap the screen, and it heals you a little bit. I'm personally going to switch back to the touchpad because that's what I prefer to use. I just wanted to show the touch regions, just in case if you guys wanted to use that in your speedrunning. So I'm just gonna let Bulli knock me down. I want to show how to get back up. So to get back up, what you gotta do is you gotta do this. So we're gonna let him knock us out, which might take a little bit. You just have to be patient. Come on now, Bulli. You can throw more hits than that. So in order... Also, one move I forgot to show you. Quick dodge is you do this. You dodge to one side and then quickly dodge to the other side. For touch regions, it would be touching this side to this side. But for the touch pad, it's like this. Touching this button and this button. One after another. And then now knock down. In order to get back up, you have to, when these numbers connect, you tap the screen to get back up. You keep doing it until you get back up. That's all you do. So, now I want to talk about DZ combo real quick. And then after that, we'll talk about lightning KO. And then after that, we'll move on to the speedrunning stuff. Sorry for this taking very long, but... So, DZ combo is when you get your opponent DZ. The opponent is DZ now. You'll see stars appear, and then when you punch in the direction those stars are at, like if stars up, you punch in the face, or if the stars low, or if you see two stars here on the bottom, you punch in the stomach. But if there's one star at the top, you punch in the face. If there's a star upper right corner, you do a right hook punch. If there's a star upper left corner, you do a left hook punch. If there's 3 stars at the top, you do a super punch. You'll actually do a DZ combo. If you do the full DZ combo correctly, the opponent is knocked down immediately. Each opponent has different DZ combos. For Big Yip, it's just 3 face punches, 3 gut punches. And now we're going to get the lightning KO. Which a lightning KO on Big Yip has you knocking him down within 30 seconds without getting hit and without missing any punches. Which will trigger a lightning KO, which will just straight up knock him down and he won't even get the chance to get back up. That's pretty much it with the basics of the game. Now we'll move on to the speedrunning stuff. I'm very excited about the fun stuff, the speedrunning stuff. Okay, so Big Yip, the way we're going to do is, you notice on him when you land hook punches, you always, when he's standing still and you land hook punches, you always earn super punches like this. Notice that. What you need to do is alternate between a hook punch and a super punch over and over again, and you'll finish the fight with 2:52 left on the in-game timer, like this. So, there we go. That is our 2:52. There we go. That's Big Yip. He's completely trivial. The only way you ever mess this up is just simply not paying attention. That's it. That's how easy Big Yip is. He's not hard at all. So, let's go over Big Yip one more time. Once again, you alternate between hook punch, super. So it goes hook punch, super punch, hook punch, super punch, hook punch, super punch, hook punch, super punch. Like this. There we go. That's Big Yip. That's all you need to know about Big Yip for speedrunning. And you'll always finish with a 2:52 left on the in-game timer. And now we're moving on to the next guy. Moving on to Bulli. Bulli is another easy opponent. Basically what you want to do is you want to start the fight by... He's the first opponent where you have to counter his punches like that. You have to start the fight at first by punching him in the stomach 5 times. And then now wait for him to move to the side and then just keep punching him in the stomach like this. And then when he's dizzy, keep punching him in the face 5 times and then use a super on the last one. Or you could just punch him in the face 6 times. Just do the dizzy combo, which is all face punches for him. There is a random chance he can stay down here, but it's very unlikely. You want to start phase 2 when he gets back up, same way he did phase 1, by keep punching him like this. And then you want to punch him in the stomach when he moves. When his mustache twitches and you punch him in the stomach, it's an instant knockdown, and that's good luck. And then there you go. And then it's pretty much the same as phase 1, except with that variation. That's pretty much the only variation there is. And then now we're just going to go over him one more time. Because I want to show his weak spot. Phase 1 will always be the same. Maybe every once in a while with a different variation. Since this game is very heavy on luck. Excuse me. So, since this game is very heavy on luck, of course. Okay, so it doesn't matter or not knock him down with a super or a normal sometime. Because, just do it like that. I want to show him twitching his mustache. Let's try to get him to do it. There we go, he did it. And when he twitches his mustache, if you punch him in the stomach, it knocks him down automatically, no matter how big his health bar is. Let's go over El Bulli one more time. So, no matter what variation he has, the strategy is pretty much the same. Doesn't change too much. You might make a few mistakes here and there by him blocking you like that, but this fight is really easy as well. There we go. That's phase 1. Phase 1's as simple as that. That's all you gotta do. And then when he gets back up, once again, you want to hit him 5 times in the gut. And then you want to do, or more times if he gives you more hits. And there we go. We showed his weak spot, and we hit him in the gut, and that's an instant knockdown. And there we go. Really easy, like I said. That is it with El Bulli. It didn't take long at all. So now I'm going to show you how to speedrun the third opponent, which is the title bout of the minor circuit, which is Dynamo. He's also really easy. Him, we're going to lightning KO him as well, so we want to do this. So we want to keep punching him in the gut until he dodges. I messed up a little bit, so we can retry again. That's fine. So when you keep punching him in the gut until he dodges, and when he comes back to center, punch him in the gut again, and then repeat until his health is low. You don't have to rapidly spam it if you don't want to. You can just do it like this, like I am. Do whatever's easier for you, but just keep punching him in the gut until his health is low. And you will get him dizzy, but you're not going to do the dizzy combo. Because when his health is low, you want to knock him down with a super punch to trigger the lightning KO. That's all you got to do. As long as you did not get hit, it will trigger the lightning KO. Let's go over it one more time. Let's go over phase 1 one more time. You only have one phase for this fight. It's just like this. Remember to keep punching him in the stomach until he dodges. When he comes back to center, punch him again. It's super simple. That's all you do. And then you just keep doing it over and over again, just like this. And then when he's dizzy, you just do this. And then you just keep punching him several times. And then you just super punch him down when his health is low. And there you go. It's a lightning KO. Not much we have to explain on Dynamo. He's pretty easy. Now we're moving on to the major circuit. 15 Cent right here is the first fighter right here. He is the first fighter that will have... He's probably your first fighter that will have a decent amount of RNG. The minor circuit don't have much RNG, because the RNG, of course, it don't affect your speedrunning too much, even on this guy, but here's what you gotta do. You wanna start out by keep punching him in the gut. Even if you accidentally punch one extra time and he dodges, no big deal. You wanna punch him in the gut before he punches you, like this. Even if you get bad luck and he dodges like that, not the end of the world, just do this. Just keep repeating this until you get him dizzy, is all you gotta do. It's super simple. That's all you gotta do. And then when he's dizzy, do a right hook punch, a left hook punch, and a right hook punch, and he's down. That is it. That's 15 cents right there. 15 cents is that simple. I just wanted to say that. Let's go over him one more time so you guys can get it more in depth. Okay, so once again, you're going to start the fight by doing some gut punches like this. And then you want to wait before he punches you. And then when you see him about to punch you want to punch him like that. Every time he does it, no matter if it's the one where your punch will go through or not, just punch. Just throw a gut punch. And then you just want to repeat this until his health gets to a point where he's dizzy. Sometimes his health will go low before he gets dizzy and you might have to knock him out with like a super or something, but that's pretty rare. It's not going to happen too often. And then you can also do this if that happens, if you're in a situation like that. I just wanted to show that right there since it happened that time, but that's not going to happen too often. And then you'll still get the lightning KO as long as he's dizzied when you knock him down. And as long as you did not get knocked down. And then you just want to do this and repeat that and repeat this. You just want to repeat this like this until you get him dizzy, basically. Then when he's dizzy, just do the right hook punch, left hook punch, right hook punch thing. And then he'll go down. That's all you gotta do. This fight's really, really simple. And there we go. And we finished with 2:20 left on the in-game timer, and that's good. That's 15 cents. Now we're gonna move on to Chief. Alright, Chief, here we go. So this guy's really simple as well. He's even easier than 15 cents. And he is the least random character in the whole game. There is no RNG to this guy. He's a completely mechanical fight. The only RNG there is how many hits you get in a combo, but it doesn't matter. So you want to start by taunting 30 times. Notice he raises his hand right there. When he raises his hand, that's your visual cue that he's about to do a hook, which is the downward punch with his left hand, which I call it a hook, but you just dodge right to avoid that. And to dodge his next punch, it doesn't matter which direction you dodge. You could dodge left or right. It doesn't matter. So you want to do this. Taunt him 3 times. Dodge right to avoid this one. And dodge his next one. And then hit him 5 times in the gut. No matter how long your combo is. Most time it will be a 5-punch combo. Most of the time it will be a 5-punch combo. And then you want to do this. And this is how the fight should look. Yay! And this will trigger the lightning KO. So let's go over it one more time. So basically, to explain this fight, you want to start by taunting 3 times, like this. And then you want to dodge right to avoid this punch, dodge his next punch, and then hit him 5 times in the gut, taunt him 3 more times, and then dodge his next 2 punches by dodging right, and then dodging his next punch, and then taunting him 4 times, and then dodge his next 2 punches, and then just do a level 3 super punch, and down he goes. And that's all you gotta do. By holding down the super to charge it, and then whenever the screen flashes white, you let go. That's all you do. Super simple. That's all you gotta do for Chief. Anybody should learn this fight. Now we're going on to Voo Dude. Things are starting to get a little bit more complicated now, but he's still pretty easy execution-wise. So what you gotta do on Voo Dude is you gotta do this. You want to start the fight by punching him. He's kind of like Don Flamenco in Punch Out, where you punch him to have him retaliate. So So hit him in the gut to have him retaliate, then dodge, hit him 4 times in the gut, and then once in the face. Sometimes he'll block, and sometimes he'll take it. It's random. If he does take it, just do 3 more to the gut, and then repeat and then keep repeating that over and over again until he blocks. And then each time he'll throw 1 more punch, and then you have to throw 1 more punch as well. And you can get infinite hits on this guy like this. And then if he blocks your punches, he's the first opponent that can block super punches. Keep that in mind. So just keep repeating this over and over again like this. So you can get infinite hits on this guy if you do this. Just get his health low is all you gotta do. Then you gotta do this. Punch him, have him retaliate, dodge all his hits. Only get hit by the curse punch. This is very important. Do not get hit any other time. Only get hit by the curse punch. And then you have to knock him down while you're cursed. Like this. So get hit by this. Punch him to have him retaliate. And then dodge and punch. That's all you do. And then you'll get the lightning KO. It's as simple as that. It can be a little bit complicated just because of it being random. Whether or not he can give you the infinite or not. But let's go over this one more time. But the luck doesn't really matter. He's still really easy. Okay. We're not getting the best luck, but we're not getting the worst either. So when his health is low, just punch him to have him retaliate by waiting a little bit before punching him. Now have him curse you with a curse punch, and then just after you get hit, punch to have him retaliate immediately, dodge, and keep punching him until he goes down. It's that simple, that's all you gotta do. That is all you gotta do with Voo Dude. He is as simple as pie. It can be complicated, but he's still really, really simple. Alright, now we're going on to Bigger Gip. The rematch will be Gip, of course. Excuse me, phase 1's super duper easy. Here's all you gotta do in phase 1. You just gotta taunt him right away, and then punch him in the gut. That's it. And he's down in 2 seconds. Just like that. And then when he gets back up, all you gotta do is, if you taunt any other time, he'll just do a flurry on you. So don't taunt any other time. So you just gotta do this. You just gotta block. Block when he does the hooks, and then dodge the uppercut when he does it, and then block the jab, of course. Do 3 hook punches, do 3 supers, and then there you go. And then now, just do some hook punches and some supers to knock him down. And make sure you knock him down with a super in phase 2, because it will increase the likelihood of him staying down. Just make sure you do that. And that's it. Pretty simple. That's all you gotta do with Bigger Gip. And if he does get back up, there are very, very rare circumstances to where he'll get back up right there, but it won't come around too often. So if he does, just do the same thing in phase 3 like you did in phase 2. So let's go over the fight one more time. Phase 1 is always the same. No RNG in phase 1. It does not have any RNG in it, I promise. And then make sure you do hook punches to get your supers, and make sure you use enough supers as possible in order to knock him out real quickly. Another thing you can do is if he does a jab, you can do that. Is you can block the jab, punch him in the stomach to start the combo. And then do some hook punches, get supers, and then just use your supers. And then make sure you use enough supers to knock him down. And there you go, that's it. That's all to explain about Bigger Gip. Bigger Gip is pretty simple. And that's all you gotta do to speedrun Bigger Gip. Now we're moving on to the longest fight in the entire game, Ka-Rak Ubones. Ka-Rak Ubones, here's what you gotta do with Ka-Rak Ubones. So, with this guy right here, is a pretty tedious fight, but at the same time, it is pretty simple if you know the strategy. So, you want to start out by taunting him 4 times, like this. And then you want to do this. You want to dodge his punch, and then you want to punch him. It's random where his guard will be. His guard will sometimes be up, and it will sometimes be down. If it's up, make sure you punch him once in the stomach, and then continue punching him in the face for the rest of the combo. If it's down, just punch him in the face for the whole combo. Because you need to do max damage on his face in order to get the lightning KO, and that's the fastest way to beat this guy. And that's how you beat him quickly. Just like this, because he does not get damaged at first, and that's how you damage him, is doing that, and that's how you get the lightning KO. You just want to repeat this, and this guy can definitely eat up time, because he is incredibly random. So don't worry about the other variations, just do the same strategy, no matter what. He does have his rock attack. When he does his rock attack, in order to dodge it, you have to dodge right, dodge left, and dodge right. So far, he hasn't done it yet. He's just doing his normal punches so far. If you need to knock him down quicker, use some supers if you need to. It does not matter in phase 1 whether or not you knock him down with a super or not. It only matters in phase 2. And then when he gets back up, no matter what count he gets up on, he always gets a full refill. Keep that in mind. That's something you have to keep in mind. And then he hasn't done his rock attack yet. We haven't done max damage on him yet. Now he's doing his rock attack, and this is how you dodge it. Just like this. It's simple. Just like that. And then you just want to do this. And there you go. And there you go. Just make sure you have level 3 damage on his face. Make sure you've done level 3 damage to his face. Then when his health's really, really low in phase 2, throw a super. Make sure you do a super to knock him down. Like that. Let's just go over him one more time. This is the longest fight in the game, like I've already said. And he definitely can eat up the clock if you get bad luck. But thankfully, no other fight is like this. This is the only fight in the game like this. Because this fight can eat up a lot of time. He has a lot of RNG, like he really does, so he can eat up a lot of time. In a speedrun. So you want to make sure you do this. Alright, here we go. Don't use supers until you get him into the level 2 damage. And then you can use supers to speed it up faster. It does not matter in phase 1 whether or not you knock him down with a super or not. Keep that in mind. It don't matter. Only in phase 2 it matters. The reason why you have to knock him down with a super in phase 2 is to get the lightning KO. Anytime any opponent gets up on number 1, they get a full health refill every single time. You gotta keep that in mind. So you just gotta do this. You just gotta repeat what I'm doing. You just gotta do the same thing. He'll do the same thing every time. You just gotta repeat the same thing like this. And then there you go. I was in a good situation there because we got good luck. And that's Ka-Rak Ubones. That is the dreaded Ka-Rak Ubones. And he can definitely kill some runs if you're trying to go for world record. Once you get past him, the rest of the game, you're not going to worry about any run killers. So when you're first starting out, don't worry about how much time he takes. Just beat him and move on. Now we're going on to Shogun. Shogun's really simple. Shogun does have a little bit RNG, but he's really, really simple. And it's easy to react to. You want to start by taunting twice. You can taunt 3 times if you want, or 4 times, but taunting twice is safe. He did a little bit of a delay, so taunt 2 more times. Notice he has a dark mode he goes into. In his dark mode, he's always going to throw 7 punches, so... It's random for each punch what side they're going to come from. If they come from the left side, you got to dodge to the left. That means if he uses his right hand, you got to dodge to the left. If he uses his left hand, you got to dodge to the right. He's always going to throw 7. Keep that in mind. He might do a delay before throwing his first punch, but after that delay, whether he does a delay or not, after throwing the first punch, the rest of the punches will never have a delay. Keep that in mind. They'll always be thrown at the same time. It's just the first punch that has a random delay. See that random delay that happened there? You just want to keep dodging all 7 punches, and then when you see his face right here, normally you would punch him in the face and that would break him out of dark mode, but that's not what you want to do. What you want to do is you want to throw a super punch into that, and that will get him dizzy. And then when he's dizzy, just punch him in the stomach. That's all you do, and then there you go. As long as you did not get hit, he should lightning KO. See, he's doing a delay, I told you. See, I told you about the random delays. He can sometimes do jabs in order to delay in phase 1. I mean, before his dark mode, he can sometimes do jabs that will delay. See, I was buffering the gut punch button by holding down the gut punch after the super landed, and there you go. That's a lightning KO. Let's go over it one more time. If he ever does those jabs, just block. Just block them. And then you can taunt immediately afterwards if you want. Like this to increase your super meter. And then when he's in dark mode, you have to dodge all the punches. And they're easy to dodge. After you dodge all 7, just use a super to break him out of dark mode and buffer a gut punch, and down he goes. And that is a lightning KO. And that's it with the major circuit. He's the easiest boxer to speedrun in the major circuit. Even easier. He might be the second easiest next to Chief, maybe, but for the major circuit at least. But he's really easy. We're done with the first 2 circuits. Now we're going to the world circuit. I just want to remind you, this segment is a bit harder. So, you're going to see some additional difficulty right here. Excuse me. Now we're going to start with Sake Bomb. Or Sake Bomb, or whatever you want to call him. I've always called him Sake Bomb throughout my life. With this guy, you only have to punch him 1 time. Easy, right? But it can be a little bit of a tight window to punch, but it'll take some practice to get down. Once you get some practice, you'll be able to get it every time. So just hold your guard up. Just wait until he does his fast dash. And then when he does his fast dash, just counter punch his fast dash with a face jab, and there you go, he's down. The visual cue to counter punch is when he does the whop, whop, whop. After you hear the 3rd whop, that is when you punch him. And that will give you a lightning KO. As long as you did not get hit in phase 1, it will count as a lightning KO. I guess if you did get hit in phase 1, you can repeat that. You can do that 3 times for a TKO, I guess. That would be your backup. But as long as you did not get hit, he'll definitely lightning KO. So let's go over it one more time. Once again, hold your guard, because that's the easiest way to avoid his other punches is by blocking. And whenever he shows his weak spot, counterpunch it. He does have some RNG, but the strategy is actually pretty simple, although he does have some RNG. I messed up. We can get it. Come on. And there we go. We was lucky. And we was able to finish with a 254 on the in-game timer. That is Sake Bomb for you. Or Sake Bomb. Or however you want to pronounce his name. Now we're moving on to Grogul. The second opponent in the world circuit. Basically what you gotta do with him is you gotta start the fight by taunting him twice like this. So when you taunt him twice, you gotta react to a few things like this. When he raises his hands and smiles like that, you want to hit him in the gut 6 times. Every once in a while, you'll get a 7-hit combo, but not too often. Usually it's a 6-hit combo. And then you want to do that. And then you want to dodge his punches like this. If you see him dodge, you dodge his punches. Either he does 4 punches or the 2-punch combo. If you see him doing 2 with the same hand, you know he's going to do 2 more punches after that. If you see him do 1 with one hand and 1 with the opposite hand, he's going to automatically do that smile thing. And or after the 4-hit combo, he'll do that smile thing where he smiles and then raises his hands. Keep that in mind. Then you want to hit him in the gut 6 times. And then you want to do this. You can taunt whenever you need to. And then you want to do this. You just want to repeat this until you get him dizzy. That's all you want to do. It might take one phase to get him dizzy, and then you might have to do a little bit in this phase. As long as you don't get hit, he'll get guaranteed to be dizzy at some point. Now he's dizzy. When he's dizzy, all you gotta do is do stomach punch, face punch, super punch, and that's it. Stomach, face, super, and that's it. That is all you gotta do. Keep this in mind. Let's go over it one more time. He's a really straightforward fight. Excuse me. Okay, so, you just want to do this. Always taunt twice to start the fight. And then you want to do this, dodge and punch, or when you see him smile, just go ahead and punch him in the stomach. And we're getting good luck this time. And remember to do what I told you to do. And remember all that, and there you go. When he's dizzy, do stomach, face, super, and that's it. And that's Grogul for you. And he should lightning KO. We're done with Grogul. Now we're going to move on to the rematch with Voo Dude, which is Dr. Voo Dude. But first, I'm going to take a sip of water first before we do Dr. Voo Dude. I'm right back. So that didn't take long. So now we're going to do Dr. Voo Dude, the rematch with Voo Dude. He's just as easy as speedrunning normal Voo Dude. So what you got to do is, you don't have to taunt at all. You just have to get him dizzy. Well, you just have to dodge his punches like this. When you see him hop twice, just dodge. And when he is also like Ka-Rak Ubones. Sometimes he will guard his face or his stomach. If he guards his stomach, your very first punch has to be in the face. And then you just keep punching him in the stomach for the rest of the combo. And then if he guards his stomach, you just have to do all stomach punches for the combo. If it's after him, if he shows his face or stomach after the first or second punch. Normally he does all 3 punches, and then after dodging the 3rd one, he's guaranteed to either half the time show his face and half the time show his stomach. And no matter what he shows, if you do a hook punch, it'll always land every single time without fail. It's pretty cool. So I want to show you the single segment strat with this guy. And the way the fight should go. It should go like this. And there we go. That's all you gotta do. Dodge all 3 of his punches, and then after dodging the 3rd one, always hook punch, and then do your gut punches right here. No matter if he shows his face or his stomach. And then if he shows his stomach, after dodging the 1st or 2nd one, start your combo with a stomach punch. If he shows his face, start it with a face punch. And when he's dizzy, here's what you do when he's dizzy. When he's dizzy, you do the dizzy combo, which is 2 right hook punches, 2 left hook punches, and then 1 right hook punch. And there you go. And that's it. And that's the full dizzy combo. And then he'll lightning KO as long as he did not get hit. Let's go over the fight one more time. Excuse me. We've been going through these guys really fast. And there we go. That's all you gotta do. You gotta dodge his punches, and then see, he showed his face. I had to punch him in the face before punching him in the stomach. See that? And that's all you gotta do with Dr. Voo Dude. Dr. Voo Dude's a straightforward fight. You just gotta repeat these strategies like this. And we gotta make sure we dizzy him. And then do right hook punch, left hook punch, and then one right hook punch and he's down. Excuse me. And that is Dr. Voo Dude. And now we are moving on to King Tub, which is the 4th fight in the World Circuit. So King Tub, phase 1 is actually really, really simple. You can actually do this. You have to just, he's only going to do jabs, and you just punch him in the stomach before he punches you is all you do. To do a full combo. When your combo ends, you stop, and then wait for him to throw another jab, and then do the same thing. You just repeat it until you get him dizzy. Then when he's the only opponent that has multiple dizzy combos. In phase 1, the dizzy combo is stomach, stomach, face, face, stomach, face, stomach, face. So it goes like this. And he's down. And we have to have super punches for phase 2 because of the dizzy combo. So in phase 2, what you gotta do is you gotta do this. You gotta taunt him right away. You don't have to taunt him right away, but you can if you want to. And then dodge, and now you have to punch him once in the face before punching him in the stomach. Like this, after dodging his attacks. Sometimes he will do his uppercuts. If he does his uppercuts, just dodge both his uppercuts, and then when you dodge both his uppercuts, punch him once in the face and keep punching him in the stomach. Now when he's dizzy, all you gotta do is, you gotta do this. Do stomach, face, super, and as long as you do not get hit and knock him down twice, he will lightning KO on the second knockdown, guaranteed. Now let's go over King Tub one more time. He's a really straightforward fight, like I said. Most of these fights are really straightforward. So you want to do this. You want to do this. You want to keep punching him in the stomach. Only punch him in the stomach in phase 1 until you get him dizzy. Then do stomach, stomach, face, face, stomach, face, stomach, face. Very, very simple. That is all you gotta do. Remember, in phase 2, dodge. Do not counterpunch the jabs now because it's risky, and you could mess it up if you try counterpunching him. He did the uppercuts. After the uppercut, you can hook punch if you want to, then punch him in the stomach, but you don't have to hook punch. And then dodge the jab every time he does it, and then just punch him in the face and keep punching him in the stomach. And then when he's dizzy, do stomach, face, super, and there we go. King Tub is down. And that's it with King Tub. Now we're going to move on to El Diablo, which is the rematch with El Bulli. El Diablo is another really easy and straightforward fight. So what you gotta do with El Diablo is... you want to do this. You want to start out the same way you started El Bulli, by punching him in the stomach. Until the combo ends, and then taunt. And then, every time you see him pose, like cover one side of his face, you want to hook punch the side that's not covered. And then you want to keep punching him in the stomach. And he'll always do that after doing every punch, except for the normal hook that El Bulli used to do. If he does a normal hook, just dodge it and punch him in the stomach. Every time he does that pose, remember to hook punch on the side that's not covered. Like if his right side's covered, hook punch him on the left side. Like if the right side of the screen, if he covers his left side of his face, you want to do a left hook punch. If he covers his right side of his face, you want to do a right hook punch. Excuse me, that means, which will be, his left will be our right, just like our left will be his right. And then that's all you gotta do. So when he does these, just dodge. And you will have a chance to taunt. Always before, you have to drain his health down to about 75% health, like this. And then just keep dodging and taunting him as much as you can. And when you bring his health down to 75% health, don't stop attacking so you can keep taunting to raise your super meter. And then now you just got to do a level 3 super punch. That means after dodging a punch, just hold down the super punch button until the screen flashes. And after the screen flashes, you just gotta let go, and it will knock him down. You just gotta do this twice without getting hit. If you do it twice without getting hit, he will lightning KO, guaranteed. If he... excuse me. He got up on a later count, so he's gonna have a lower refill, so... that means we're just gonna keep taunting and dodging like this until we raise the super meter without attacking him this time, because he got a lower refill. Okay, so you just gotta do this. That's what you do if you get the lower refill. Let's pretend we did not get hit, even though we did get hit. So we dodge this and keep charging the super, and down he goes. And if he did not get hit, he'll lightning KO. But if he did get hit, he won't lightning KO. So let's do it one more time. And let's go over the fight one more time to where we lightning KO him. Drain his health to about 75% health. Remember that. About like that is good. And then you want to do this. Dodge and taunt always. Raise the super meter. Remember that. After dodging these, I'm just going to taunt, and then I'm going to dodge this, and I'm just going to do a level 3 super punch, and down he goes. Make sure you let go when you see the flash. If you hold it for too long, he'll punch you, and then it will stop your charging. So make sure you do that. And when he gets back up, depends on how much of a refill he gets. That's how you know where to drain his health to. Because his health has to be down to 75% health or lower. So we're going to drain his health a little bit. I think we're going to punch him a little more, drain his health, and then taunt him like this and dodge like this. So we're just going to do this. And then once you get full super meter, once you dodge one of his punches right here, as you can see, that's when you just block or dodge it, and then just do a level 3 super punch. That's it. That's all you do. Excuse me. And that's El Diablo right there. That's it with El Diablo. Time to move on to the Shogun. Here we go to the Shogun. Okay, so what we gotta do with that Shogun, he's the rematch with Shogun. So what you gotta do with him is that, you gotta start by taunting like this. He can either do the downward punch. If he does a downward punch with his left hand, you gotta dodge his next punch to the left. If he does it with his right hand, you gotta dodge the next punch to the right. The first punch, it does not matter which direction you dodge. And that means after the downward punch, he automatically does a hook. Or he could do the 3-punch combo with the same hand, which is straight jabs like that. So dodge it, and then you want to keep punching him in the stomach like this until the combo is done. After the combo is done, just taunt. Because you want to have as many supers as possible. Don't use any yet. And then you want to do this. Dodge him, and then keep punching him like this until you get his health low. When his health is about like that, it's kind of hard to see it when I zoom in close, but when it's like that, that is when you want to stop attacking. If you have full super meter, you just want to dodge these, and then you want to hit him 6 times, and then do 3 super punches, and then just keep finishing him down with normal punches. And this will trigger the lightning KO as long as you do not get hit. It's a very straightforward fight. It's a very simple fight. The easiest fight in the world circuit, definitely. So let's go over the fight one more time. So remember, you want to keep taunting, dodging, and then punching as much as possible. Remember to use gut punches because they're faster than face punches. Just remember to do this. Dodge his punches. His health is low, so we gotta do this. Dodge him 6 times, use 3 supers, and then hit him a few extra times like this, and down he goes. That's it. That's the Shogun for you. He's super simple. That's all you gotta do to speedrun him. Now we're moving on to Dynavolt. The second to last fighter in the story mode. And here's what you gotta do when you're speedrunning Dynavolt. Dynavolt, you want to do this. Hit him twice to start and then taunt. You can taunt extra times if he delays. Only if he delays, not if he punches right away. He'll throw anywhere between 1 and 6 punches for every combo. Just keep dodging. Even if you dodge an extra time, it's okay. Not the end of the world. You only want to hit him with 2 supers. And you do not want to get hit. And you, honestly, to get the lightning KO, because you have to knock him down with a full super meter without getting hit in order to get a lightning KO on him. It's pretty simple. Excuse me. So you just want to repeat this strategy right here. Just dodge and punch like this. And that's all you gotta do. Sometimes you get lucky and be able to land 10 punches on him, like 9 or 10 punches. Usually it'd be 2 or 3. And that's the lightning KO, that quick. Excuse me. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to do the fight over again without pausing. I'm going to go over him one more time. We're not going to go over him in full depth, but we're just going to go over him one more time just because he's pretty basic and straightforward. Alright, there we go. So you just want to dodge and punch like this. Dodge, punch, super like this. You can wait a little bit before throwing the super so you can immediately have another super when you're ready to use the super. But you don't have to. It's your choice, really. Whatever's easier for you. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have thrown the super there, but I'm glad he dodged it so we can get a full super meter. So there we go. You just want to knock him down to full super meter is all you want to do. You want to do this. So you want to knock him down with a full super meter like this. It's not that hard. You want to do this. He only has one more hit left, and we're going to punch him one more time. And there we go. He's down. That's all I've explained about Dynavolt. Now we're going on to Executioner. Undoubtedly the most complicated fight in the entire game. There's actually 2 strategies I want to show on Executioner. Because the most optimal strat is actually the hardest strat in the game. And I don't want people to quit immediately just because they can't do that. I will show that, definitely, but I'm going to show the easier one first. So the strat I call Baby X. Here we go to Baby X. Here we go to Baby X. So what you do for this one is you want to start a fight by punching him in the stomach like this. Hold your guard up. After dodging his punch, you want to taunt him like this and keep punching him in the gut. So dodge whatever he does and then just taunt him and then keep punching him in the gut. Just like this. Dodge, taunt, and then punch him in the gut. Like this. Because he needs to have full super meter when he's draining his health flow. And then when he gets health flow a little lower than the letter E by his name, which is the first letter of his name, that is when you want to stop punching. Because now he's going to do a spike punch. Wherever glove shines, you dodge in that direction. And then you want to do a level 3 super punch to knock him down. That's all you do. After dodging it, hold the super to charge it. And then as soon as you see the screen flash, you let go. He can stay down, but it's a rare chance. But if he does get back up, it's not the end of the world. Just do the same thing in phase 2. Just repeat the same thing. That's all you do. That's all you gotta do Baby X. It's that simple. If he does a downward punch, just block it. You don't have to dodge it. It will waste a little bit of time, but it don't matter. Especially not for a beginner. So just dodge and taunt to raise the super. So make sure you raise the super by taunting like that. And then you want to do this, drain his health low. And now you want to do this. If his health is this low, dodge and then do a level 3 super to send him down. And there we go. He's down. As long as he did not get hit, he'll be down. If you knock him down twice without getting hit, it's a lightning KO. As long as you did not miss any punches, and as long as you did not get hit and you knock him down twice, it's a lightning KO. So that's Baby X right there. Let's go over Baby X one more time before I show the advanced strategy. So remember when we do Baby X, I've already explained it. I've already explained it first. Alright, so I've already explained it, so we gotta do this. If he does this glove shine, you dodge to the... He'll hit you with the opposite glove of whichever glove shines, and you dodge to the direction the punch is coming from. That's all you do. Very simple. Very, very simple. You want to drain his health lower than the letter E before you do the level 3 super punch here. And then dodge this attack, do the level 3 super punch right here. And there we go. It's a random chance that he'll stay down. I'm not sure what the likelihood is exactly, but I guess it's a 3 and 8, I want to say. Or maybe a 2 and 8 or 1 and 8, something like that. I don't know, but it's not going to happen very often. And this is all you got to do. You just got to repeat the same thing. He's doing the same thing every time. The only variation he has is just a few other moves he can sometimes do. Okay, so we have full super meter, and then we dodge his spike punch, and now we're going to charge the super. As soon as we see the white flash, we got to let go. There we go. That is Baby X right there. The strat I call Baby X, because this is a good strat for beginners. Because that's still a decent time. So now I want to show the optimal strat with Executioner, which is more optimal. And this will give you a more optimal time. You start the fight the same way, but what you have to do instead is, when you see him move, you have to do a quick dodge from left to right. I messed up. I made a mistake right there, so you want to start like this. I've not done this strat in a few days or weeks or whatever. So it might take me a couple tries, like I said, because this strat is pretty difficult. It's really hard to do, so you gotta wait until he moves, do that quick dodging technique, and this will save you some time. It's faster, and it will give you better times if you want to go for it, but I'm failing at it. I don't know why. That's how you do the new strat on Executioner, but only with the advanced players will go for it. I just want to tell you this. I sometimes go for it, but this strat is so difficult that I can't even do it every time. I can do it sometimes, I can't do it every time. So you want to, after the... Why do I keep messing up? I'm trying to show this harder strat because I want to show you how to do it. But, like I said, it's really hard to do, so... It's the most difficult strategy in the game. So after the combo is done, you stop, wait, quick dodge, and then you just keep punching him like this. It's just a repeat. You repeat this until he gets health low, to where he does the spike punch. That's all you gotta do. You do that. The only time that would affect you is just if he does the other glove shine move. If he does the other glove shine move, you have to wait for him to do that punch and then dodge the punch to whatever side it's coming from. The advantage you have over this strategy is that it's faster, but it's a lot harder to do. It's more optimal because it's faster. Every time you see him move, you can do this quick dodge in order to dodge that. See? If you do have close to full super meter, you can taunt him when he does the glove shine, when you see his glove shine. And then you can do a level 3 super punch like that to knock him down after dodging that move. See how much faster that was that time? I did the harder strat that time and it was faster. I'm only going over the harder strat one time. You guys got how the harder strat went. That's the story mode. Now go on to exhibitions. Because I want to be done with it. Okay, babyface. Babyface is easy. The rest of all the exhibition matches are easy. So babyface, start out by taunting. He has a pacifier in his mouth. Sometimes he'll throw that attack right here. If he does, you'll know it if he pounds his fist together. If he claps his hands together like that, that's how he knows he's going to punch. So dodge his punch, and then you want to punch him in the face to do a lot of damage on him. And then you want to do this. When his eyes are closed, you want to block to avoid his punches. When the hearts are above his head, do not punch him in the face, because if you do, he'll hug you. So, you want to do this, you want to get your super meter, you want to get it full. Do not use a level 3 super in phase 1, because it's actually faster if you do phase 1 regularly. If you see him giving you the opportunity there, just go ahead and just go ahead and do that. Punch him in the face if he gives you the opportunity. If he opens his mouth and shuts it. You can do a level 3 super to start out the phase 2, but you don't have to. It's better if it's after a combo. If you do a level 3 super on him, he'll be dizzy. And the dizzy combo is really simple. It's like this. You do 3 gut punches, 3 face punches, 2 gut punches, 2 face punches, gut punch, 5 face punches. And then taunt to raise the super meter, and then super punch him down. That's it. Phase 3, he can do the spin attack at a random time. If he does, you want to block it, and then you can hit his weak spot when he does it. So we'll see if he'll do it. He might or he might not. You want to hold your guard up just in case he does do it. So you want to dodge these. You have to block the hooks in order to avoid those. You want to keep punching him right there. Dodge these and block that, and then keep punching him right here. You can do the same thing like you did in phase 1. If he did not do a spin attack, this is what you would do. Block dodge, and when he does that, and then you want to do this, and there you go, he's down. Okay, let's go over the fight a few more times, maybe one more time at least, to try to get him to do a spin attack so I can show what to do when he does that. So here we go. If this happens at the start, you just do this. You just punch him in the face when you have the opportunity. If you accidentally missed a couple times, that's so fine. That's fine. You just gotta do that. Make sure you raise the super meter. Do not use any supers in phase 1. Save it for phase 2. So, if you want to charge at the beginning of phase 2, that's fine. Go for it. If not, you don't have to. Because it is kind of risky, but sometimes I go for it just because you can do it, but it's recommended after dodging a combo. So you just do the DZ combo right here. I've already explained what the DZ combo was. And there we go, he's down. He's probably the most complicated fight in the exhibition matches, but still not that complicated. Still very easy. So now he's doing a spin attack. You want to keep blocking it like this. His face will be green. As soon as he covers his face, the moment he covers his face, just punch him in the stomach is all you do. Very simple. That is it with Babyface. Now we're going on to 15 Pence to rematch on 15 cent. 15 Pence is really easy. All you gotta do on him is you gotta do this. You gotta start the fight by taunting like this. So taunt to start the fight like this. And then you want to dodge his attacks like this. And then you want to do a hook punch, a gut punch, and then you want to do 2 taunts. Dodge, hook punch, and then you want to do 2 taunts no matter what he does. You dodge twice right here, hook punch, and then 2 taunts. After doing a hook punch, just taunt him twice immediately. And then now, when he's health like this, as soon as you get the super meter full, just go ahead and charge the super. That's all you do. Sometimes you might have to, after that hook punch, hit him a few times to fill up the super meter. But once you do, you charge the super by holding the super punch button and then charging it. And then once you see the white flash, you let go. This fight's really simple. And then he's almost guaranteed to stay down. He should stay down every single time right here. And that's all you gotta do. I want to go over the fight one more time at least. Just to make sure he's going over in good depth. Because this fight's really basic and really straightforward. So you want to do this. You want to taunt him enough times in order to raise the super meter up. I got hit. If you do get hit, no big deal. You just gotta do this, and then you gotta charge your super like this. This is a backup you can do if you get hit, which I can't even explain the backup real well, but... And then he should stay down from that. I want to show it where I do it without screwing up, where I do it without messing up like this. That's definitely a good backup you can do. So just start the fight by taunting, and then you want to dodge. Punch him. Hook punch, punch him in the gut, taunt twice. Dodge these punches, hook punch, taunt twice. Dodge these punches, do extra dodge and hook punch to taunt twice. Dodge these punches, do the same thing, taunt twice. Dodge and hook punch, and then do some extra punches, fill up the super meter, and then charge your super punch, and then do a level 3 super punch, and down he goes. And he should stay down from that. And that's all I have to say about 15 Pence. He is a really, really straightforward fight. We have one more fight left of this whole full game guide. And the last fight is CM0083. So what you gotta do for this, guys, you gotta start the fight by taunting like this. So you gotta taunt. And you gotta dodge his attacks. If he does his blinking thing, where one of his gloves will blink, you gotta do a quick dodge from right to left, and then you gotta do a stomach combo. And after that's done, you taunt. If he does a straight jab like that, dodge his straight jab. And then dodge right to avoid his next punch, and then just keep punching him in the gut to drain his health to about 75% health. This is your opportunity to taunt him twice, is after doing that quick dodge technique that will have him do that. And then you can taunt him twice to raise the super meter. You'll be doing it a lot in this fight. So get used to doing it. And then you gotta do this after you do that. After you do that quick dodge right there and he stays stunned like that, you gotta use the level 3 super punch to knock him down by holding the super to charge it. And whenever the screen blinks, that's when you let go. Whenever the screen flashes. When he gets back up, there's a chance all 4 of his lights can flash. When all 4 of his lights blink, you just gotta punch him in the stomach. Wait a little bit and punch him in the stomach in order to hit his weak spot. Otherwise, just do the same thing by dodging and punching and using that strategy. See, he showed his weak spot. If all 4 lights blink like that, wait a little bit, and then punch him in the stomach for an instant knockdown. That's all you gotta do. Very, very simple. If he does the Laser Blast, dodge one way and then then wait a little bit, dodge the opposite way in order to dodge it, so you can dodge it faster, so you can force him to attack. That's why you do the first dodge, force him to attack. Anytime after, if you have full super meter and you do that quick dodge right there to right there for the arm blank thing, one of those lower arm blanks, you always, if you have full super meter, you do your full level 3 super punch right there. And there we go. And he's down. That's it. And that's the whole fight. It's really basic and really straightforward. So I'll go over him one more time. We only need to go over him one more time, because this video is already long enough as it is. I already knew this video would be very long for doing all these fights in one video. Alright, we gotta do this. If you can taunt twice here, go for it. You might get hit doing it. Or you could just play it safe and taunt once. Whatever is more comfortable for you. And then do your level 3 super here. He's down. If you knock him down, you'll always earn a super punch unless if it's for hitting his weak spot. That's the only circumstance where you knock him down and you won't get a super meter. It's just if you knock him down on his weak spot. Just keep that in mind. If he shows his weak spot in phase 2, the earlier he shows it, the better, because it will give you better luck. Alright, so in phase 3, strategy's always the same no matter what variation he does. There is a chance that he can show his weak spot in phase 3, but it's rare. If that happens, just do the same thing like you would in phase 2 if he shows it. And that's all you gotta do. Level 3 super punches do a lot of damage, so keep that in mind. But they do more in phase 1 than what they do in phase 3. Keep that in mind. You can do a hook punch when he does Laser Blast if you feel more comfortable doing that. And there we go. That is it with a full game guide for Super KO Boxing 2. It was all in one video. This video was very long because of that. Make sure you grab a drink in order to watch this video, or maybe a snack or something while you're watching it. I'll leave timestamps in the description for each fight of all the 20 fights I went over. If you have any questions about any of these strats, please feel free to leave your questions in the comment section, and I'll be glad to answer them to the best of my ability. And thank you so much for watching. Peace out.